I made a mistake. Actually, before I get into that, let me get this set up and I'll explain what I'm doing. So, last time we did level 100 novice. This time I'm going to be doing level 100 amateur while I work my way up towards pro. The nice thing about this run is there's only 2 ranks on the leaderboards at the moment, so guaranteed 3rd place. And it will be 3rd place because 2nd place is like 53 something and 1st place is like 43, I think, which is insane. But I just want to get under an hour for this while I'm practicing. That is my goal for today. And I do have some better strats. Maximizing bursts, the number of drops. Actually, Rory was he's the person who has burst. Kind enough to give some hints on what to do. Unfortunately, I'm not smart enough to do a lot of it. There's too much to store in my brain all at once. So, I'm just going to try my best. What was I talking about before this? Oh yeah, the mistake. So, before this, I was trying to get the fast run on Crown versus mode. And I did a demo video of it showing how it could be done, segmented with RNG manipulation. But I didn't stop after the video, I continued grinding to try and get it. And I spent a few days trying to get it. I think it was like the end of the 3rd day, my hand really started hurting, just suddenly. It wasn't just my fingers, it was like up the wrist as well. So, it was near the end of the day, I thought, let's just stop. I'll give it a rest overnight, it'll probably be okay by the next day. And it wasn't. It was worse in the morning, and I couldn't rest it that day because I had a lot of typing to do. So it's fine now, but it was a little scary for a bit. And I think that I just need to make sure that I'm taking it slightly easier with all the grinding. It's not too bad. I think the real killer was the repetitive movement. Sort of, while I was doing the segmented stuff, I was resetting save states and repeatedly trying to get inputs in the right frames. I think it should be okay as long as I don't spend like more than 6 hours a day or something trying to do that. Probably quite unhealthy. But yeah, this is should be a much easier one, just around about an hour time for this. And no particularly hard movement. Just brain taxing. Well, it would be brain taxing. I wasn't making loads of mistakes. But yeah, I think probably in future I'll try and minimize the amount of like button mashing stuff that I'm doing. That's probably a good idea. I don't think these like games are super bad for it, but it's definitely a problem if I'm spending like hours a day doing it. I don't think what the worst game for that would be. I know Tetris is pretty bad, but I don't really like Tetris. Maybe like one of the Warriors games. I remember Samurai Warriors is pretty bad. Pretty sure that's the main reason for like wear and tear on my 3DS. Okay, so I'm approaching the point where holding down doesn't make much difference. The speed. It's really frustrating every time I get the 3 blocks now. I used to use the extra time to try and think, but now I know that like unless I can burst the 3 blocks on enough for another block, it's a guaranteed time loss. Yeah. That's pretty much what I'm thinking. Why did I burst that there? Pretty much what I think every time I burst 3 of a kind now. Well, only 3. Only I was smart enough to set up big bursts. But yeah, I wanna try some different stuff as well. Maybe stuff that doesn't require quite so much button mashing. Because I do enjoy speedruns in general because they give you like a new way to try and play a game that you enjoyed. However, by their nature, they do kind of usually involve a lot of button pressing. So I think I might do some like more challenge runs and things instead. Well, not necessarily instead, but as well, because I think those give you the opportunity to, I guess, rediscover a game that you really enjoyed, or a new way of playing a game that you enjoyed. But hopefully won't be quite so hard on my fingers all the time. Really, if I can find some good challenges, it will give my fingers a break. Right. I always get sidetracked trying to set up stuff and end up losing the plot of what I'm doing. Like, it's almost worse when I'm planning for something. See, like that one, no planning at all. Got a lot of bursts in a single drop. How are we doing for time? We are level 15, we're around level 10. That is, given that the first bits are slower in general, I don't think that's too bad. if I can keep this up around this pace and crucially not die at any point, then I think sub 1 hour is very possible still. But let's have a look at how it gets to at level 25. That'll give me a better idea. Why? I've got some setup differences today as well. Vanilla music. And timer differences, mostly because, not because I wanted to change my timer, the old timer I was using just stopped working one day. I have no idea why. I've never been able to get live split to work properly. I just can't get it running on my computer. This isn't the first time I've ever played this at this level. I did do some practice and I'm slightly worried about trying to build up massive chains because it is... Part of the challenge of this is that things can get out of control quite quickly if you start building up things. And it'd be kind of tragic to get to like level 80 or so and then lose it. So I do need to be a little careful, just that I don't end up losing early and I do actually make it to level 100. It's not like easy mode where it's hard. It's hard to lose even if you're trying, because with so few gems you get a lot of accidental bursts. What should I talk about? Oh, so challenge ideas. I have been watching a few of the a few challenges and oh, be more careful. I was watching some of the challenges that are multiple games with one controller, which I thought could be quite fun. Because most of the time when they play that, it's games like Pokemon where you have a lot of time to think about what you're doing. I was thinking of trying that with something at Columns. Or Crown probably, because I know what I'm doing more there. I want to do CPU versus mode. Multiple games at the same time. I think that could be quite fun. Because you've also got the strategy as well. You could have different gems for different CPU. Though I don't know if that would just make it more confusing. And speaking of Pokemon, I do want to try some of the new challenge runs they have. Because it used to be like all the challenges were like Nuzlocke and stuff. Which I find pretty boring. And quite grindy. But I think they've like over the past few years there's been like a lot more challenges coming out that look more interesting. So I think I could have some fun with those as well. I'm actually in the process of writing a mod at the moment, but I don't want to go into too much detail about it. I'm hoping it'll be ready by December, but not the start of December, at some point in December. And by that point, I guess we'll know what the new games look like as well. I know they've done like the a lot of the trailers already, which I thought looked quite interesting. Oh, that was a bit of a burst for that one. I was not paying attention to the levels. We went past 25 already. I guess we should be about a third of the way by 33. That one I was looking a little close, but I think we can still make it. I think the thing I'm looking forward to the most about the new games is I never really liked the gimmicks they've added each generation. The things like the Dynamax and the Z-moves and that sort of thing. But I am quite interested in like rasterization and stuff. If I can say it properly. Such a complicated name. Mostly because that means people can no longer accuse me of just not of just hating the new stuff. I mean, it looks pretty stupid, but apart from that, and it'll probably make like competitive stuff pretty hard. But I never really like the battling anyway, so don't really mind about that. That said, I was thinking about going to the World stuff in London, because I kept getting it advertised on Twitch, and it's like, it's not that far by train. So I was looking, I think a couple of weeks before. I wasn't really interested in watching the competitions, but they had like the shop open. So I was hoping for some good opportunities to get some like good plushes. So like 2 weeks before, I went online to look at it. I don't remember why. Oh yeah, because I was getting adverts on like Twitch. Saying I should go and book. And you had to book tickets just to go into the shop. The poker center there. Like, pre-book in advance to get the opportunity to buy things. And even 2 weeks in advance, when they kept giving me adverts, all the places had already been booked. So I didn't get the opportunity to go. I like Detective Pikachu all over again. I went on opening weekend and they'd already run out of cards. They're apologising to everyone, saying they didn't expect that many people to turn up. But I am kind of glad I didn't get the chance to book anyway, because I checked the news sites and even people who had booked were waiting like 6 hours to get in. It was crazy. To get a chance to get that like beefy defeated Pikachu. Which I didn't really want. I'd have been happy with like a with a nice EV or something. I'm still not used to talking for so long. This is the point in the run when my throat gets really dry and I have to keep muting myself. We have a little over 5 minutes to make it 8 levels if I'm keeping this under an hour. good news is I did find that there's a plush door quite near me anyway. So if I do suddenly feel it urge to go out and get a load of plushes, I wouldn't have had to queue for hours anyway. We'll make level 50. We'll make level 50 by 30 minutes. It'd be easy. I mean, early on I was trying to strategize and do things fast. I think at this point my brain's just sort of melted. I'm pretty much just running on autopilot. One of the problems is every time I do start planning, I do end up making a mistake and it ends up bringing everything really high. Which isn't necessarily bad. It is marginally quicker if things are high. And it means there's more opportunities to burst things. Oh, we'll make it this level 50 by 30 minutes easy. There we go. So at this pace it's probably of like a 58. I'll take a 58 if I can get 58. As I said, anything under like a minute I'll be very happy with. Just gonna keep up the current pace and make sure I don't play too risky or suddenly lose it. Because that's the danger with this. You make a mistake and it all goes downhill really quickly. find the other danger is you're like, your brain starts to wander. Onto other stuff after a while. And it's when you think about other stuff you get a few bad drops. I mean, I guess I should be thinking about setting up drops, but that would only work if my brain hadn't already melted. Second half should be quicker anyway. I don't know if my microphone picks up me yawning. I've been having problems with that lately too, it keeps getting interference. I hope the audio for this isn't terrible. I was recording a tutorial for Flash Columns RNG minute. I scripted it and then I was about halfway through recording when it was just incredibly dull. I need to rewrite it. Kind of just, it felt more like a school lecture than a guide. What was I talking about? But to get the reason I bring that up is I was trying to get good quality audio out of my terrible mic. So I basically just padded everything around the microphone with like a blanket and stuff. Just to try and cut out some of the noise. But it ended up being really hard to record in that situation anyway. Because I had my head stuffed under the blanket next to the mic. It was so hot. Seriously, it's been really hot this year. Even though it's like... I guess it's not winter yet, but it's very close. And it still feels like... There's been a few cold days, but it's been pretty much like summer weather the entire time. And a few storms. I think part of my worry with the mic is previously I had a laptop that was like completely silent, and then when I upgraded it to my computer I didn't have a graphics card because it was the middle of the shortage, so again it was pretty quiet. because the CPU fan barely ran. And the power supply is pretty quiet as well. But the moment I put like a GPU in there, you can... Even though like obviously for a game like this it's not going to be running anywhere near full power. But it has become audible like above the base level in the room, so I am slightly concerned the mic's going to pick more of that up, or I'm going to have to like apply harsher filters on it to try and cut out the fan noise. Still, can't be worse than what I was doing initially. I know this is going to sound really stupid, but I didn't realize but what I thought like the side of the mic that picked up sound was always like the front of it, the top. It turns out that wasn't the case. I'd been speaking to like the back of my mic for ages. Like all over lockdown while we were doing Zoom calls and everything, I'd just been talking to the back of it. Because it's the side with the dials on and everything. So I thought it was the front. $66 at... Okay, so we should be like 2/3 of the way through. Which is less than 40 minutes, which is good. It means we're on time still. I'm not being super accurate with these time calculations because I keep having to glance down to look at what the time is. I know I'm definitely gonna miss my split when it goes to level 100. I did do a bunch of splits where I had like a split every 10 levels because that would make it easier to track what was going on with the timing. But in reality what happened is I just missed every single split along the way. That's why I've just got one split on my timer. Make it easier for myself. also, speaking of like Pokemon stuff, I was thinking of trying out Puzzle League because I played Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2. But I've never played Puzzle League on the N64. Oh, that was a bad drop. Not a bad drop, it was bad. A lack of skill. Because from what I gather, Puzzle League's pretty similar to like Puyo Puyo, which is pretty similar to this, so. It could be a good opportunity to guys play a Pokemon game that's more like columns. Ah, I'm still having to mute. I really want one of these foot pedals. So I don't have to use like a controller mapping for muting. Well, I say that, it's mostly because I just want a load of foot pedals under my desk. I think it'd be really cool. Although I think I get pretty distracted during the day, just pressing foot pedals. And realistically, I'd probably end up like unmuting myself all the time. Well, we made 75 before 45. Which means we are still on track. Why do I do that? I go to set things up and then I immediately like do a burst. Mess it all up. Maybe I should try the high scores for this game, because at least then I wouldn't have to worry about all the maximizing stuff. I could just keep myself alive for ages. Generally what I find easiest, just general survival. So first place already had 100 by here. It's like 20 levels higher. 25 levels higher maybe. Do you feel kind of awkward talking during these? Like, I don't want to upload a video that's just me doing an hour-long run without any talking. But I don't really have any, like, grand game insights. And I'm pretty sure, according to my, like, analytics, the most viewed segments are where I'm keeping quiet. I hope my headphones, I hope my mic's not picking up my headphones either, because it has the loudest battery low notification. Like, it starts at 50%. And I used to wear my headphones on the train a lot, but I had to stop because I'd get weird looks from all the people around me. Every time it just, whatever audio you're playing like music at, it like pauses that completely, you can't hear it, interrupts it with a really loud woman saying that the battery's gone low, and it does that from 50% all the way down to 30%, where she changes her message. You can turn it off, but if you turn it off, you get no notification whatsoever. Like, there's not an LED or anything. So your headphones just end up cutting out of nowhere. Like, what would be really nice is like a beep or something. Or just not quite so loud, because it pretty much deafens you every time. A really weird design choice. Anyway, she's just started warning me about my battery now, so I probably only have a few hours left. Battery life. It starts so early. No. I need to be careful because I'm getting close and I don't want to die. Not right at the end, that'd be really disappointing. But I also can't slow down too much because I am running the risk of going over the hour if I do. I would feel a lot safer if I was like a couple of levels higher at this point. Nearly there. We're coming up to the point where second place hits level 100. That's like in a minute or so. And we're not quite there yet. We need 10 levels. So doable as long as I don't panic at this point. Oh, with a little bit of focus. I always see the position for the next stuff just as I'm running out of like time to make any adjustments. So, you know, the more you play, the easier it is to see the sort of patterns that you set up with. I guess it's something that I don't usually look for in survival. Which goes back to what I was saying before, like the strategies you have to use for the speedruns make you have to play the game you like, but like in a completely different way. So it's like a new way of enjoying and appreciating it. Not that I'm old enough to have played this when it came out. Okay, just a couple more levels. We will get this in the next 5 minutes, easy. Oh, we've only got 4 minutes. Well, we should get this in the next 4 minutes. If I don't mess up. 99. Yeah, we've got like 3.5 minutes to get a level. Um, 25 more gems. Just 3 more. There we go. I'm happy with that. That's below. That's sub an hour. That's below 57. That'll do. Okay. I think that's it for it. And next, I guess, is pro.